Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Mackpacking, and welcome back to Albania. I'm currently in the very northern town on a lake called Skodra, and this is a base for many hikers because in this vlog we're going to do a lot of hiking. I'm just about to check out at the hostel. It is like 30 minutes till 7 o'clock now in the morning. A bus is going to pick us up and we're going to make our way to Theth, which is where I'm going to start the hike, but you could also go around the other way and start the hike from Valbona. You could do the hike both ways. I don't know which one's easier. I don't know which one is like more popular. This is just the way that's working for me because I had to send my big backpack to Valbona because I'm actually going to stay in Valbona at a guest house for 2 weeks after the hike to volunteer. And I found that through World Packers, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But I know that Theth to Valbona hike is 18 kilometers or just about 10 miles long. So it is like an all-day thing. That's going to happen tomorrow. But today we're going to get to Theth, hike just a few hours to the Blue Eye, which is similar to like a cenote in Mexico. I think just a big hole of water, and it's beautiful, and it's called the Blue Eye because it's beautiful and blue, and we'll have to check it out. It'll be my first one in Albania. Those clock chimes are telling me to get some breakfast and then get down to the bus, so let's go.
We got nowhere to be, just a slow dance with the summer heat. The world outside can't wait a few.
Just checked into the guest house. I'm staying at guest house Rupa. It was one of the cheapest guest house here in Theth, but I don't think the best because there are some that are like a few dollars more and they include breakfast and dinner. However, I literally booked this last night at 9 p.m. and I think that this is one of the places that you need to book kind of far in advance. I think it's fine. I think it's a building with a bed and it's like kind of close to like the downtown area, so I don't have to walk far. So I do think it's fine, but the power is not on right now. I think it turns off during the middle of the day, so I have to conserve my battery on my phone and my camera until later. And then I had to pay 12 euros for dinner, but I think it's like a big like homemade dinner, and I'm actually really excited. There are like 2 hostels in Skodra. I know one of them is called the Wonders, that like sets up the whole hike for you, and you kind of go from the hostel, you go and stay at each guest house with each other, and you hike together, and you just like meet a lot of people that way. And I don't think it's a lot more than just doing it by yourself. Also, the Wonders hostel was booked out, so I couldn't stay there, so I stayed at the other one, which was lovely, but they don't do that. So anywho, I had to book it all separately, very last minute, because I didn't have any like plans really. But I'm gonna meet up with Penny. She's staying at another guest house kind of far away, like all the way up the hill, and then we're gonna hike to the Blue Eye and then come back for dinner tonight at this guest house, and then tomorrow we're off on our big hike. So let me show you around the guest house just a little bit really quick. So I booked an 8-bed dorm, but she told me to come into here, so I claimed the one in the corner. I know my stuff is already everywhere, but they give you like a big duvet, a towel, you know, very basic little bed. This is like the view. There's like a nice garden with hammocks. There's also like a balcony. Amazing view. There's also like an upstairs, I think, with like smaller rooms or like personal rooms. And then there's like a kitchen downstairs, but it literally just has a sink. I think that they want you to participate in like the breakfast and the dinners, which I plan to do anyways because I didn't want to cook for myself and have to bring all the ingredients.
The sun is peeking through the cotton white blinds. Your hands still tangle.
So we're off on the Blue Eye hike. I think it's about like 6.6 miles round trip, and it takes like 3 hours to go one way. And the starting point is the main church in Theth. And then they said that the road is pretty clearly signed from here on out. So we don't really need maps, but I do have them downloaded just in case. I think it's a pretty easy warm-up hike to tomorrow, I guess we could say, because it's like straight through the valley. There's not really much climb. Maybe a little bit up and down, but I think it's just a nice little stroll to the really, really cold water. So we're gonna see if we're gonna jump in. I brought my GoPro, so I'm gonna make myself jump in because it'll feel really good.
Oh, it feels like that, like the summer sun on quiet tracks. Oh, it feels like that, like the summer rain that falls so slowly on the naked skin upon your back. Oh, it feels like that, like a love song on a worn out track. Yeah, it feels.
So we made it all the way down to the valley floor where the river is, and it's actually really, really pretty. It's actually a really good swim spot as well. There's some people swimming in the river, maybe like in midst of their hike, or they're just like coming to swim and then going back. But it's really pretty down here. If we didn't already have somewhere in mind, I feel like I would just stop here to swim. Is it cold? Yeah? Oh, wow, that feels so good. Oh, that would feel lovely. And there's some like deep parts too that you could totally swim in. Oh, wow. Okay, with a very small moment of hitchhiking, we're only 2.2 kilometers away. He just drove us. There was like this main road, and we just saw a car come in and put our finger up, and he stopped in an instant. But he just drove us basically down the whole paved road. But now we're back on the trail. So at the end of the paved road, there is like a swim spot here. But we're gonna keep going to the actual Blue Eye, but that looks lovely. So if we could get a better, wow. So pretty. Make our climb up, and then I think we're there. It's quite steep there, but I think we're almost there. And now it's gotten shady, so feels really good. Let's hope it stays shady. I'm being told that the water is like below 0 degrees Celsius, so it's gonna be quite cold. But I have to go in. After working this hard, sweating this much in this heat, I have to go in. Ah, I see a welcome sign. I see a welcome sign. There it is. Woo! Stunning. Oh, this is so nice. Wow, quite deep right here too. Wow. What a reaction. That's freezing. That was quite the reaction I had when I went in. But wow, freezing. Super, super cold. But honestly felt really good. I might go in a couple more times.
It feels like that. Na, 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 na. Feels like that.
Alright, we're done. We're done. We're done. Whew. After having a very nice cold swim here, we were told that this is actually the Blue Eye. It's just a bit further, so we're gonna go check it out, but then walk all the way back. Wow, that really cooled me off. But my feet are still so cold. So worth it. A lot of people were really scared to get in. I mean, I get it though, because it was freezing, but it was so nice. Wow, okay, this is the Blue Eye. This big, deep blue hole. Wow. Is he gonna take us for 500? Okay, so it's just after 5 o'clock now, and we have just gone down to like where the taxis are. There's like taxi jeeps, and he's saying that it's 20,000 for the whole like taxi ride back to Theth, depending on how many people you are. We are 3 people, so we haggled him down to 500 each, 500 left, and then he'll take us all the way back to Theth. Just because it's 5 o'clock, my dinner is at 7. And it takes about 3.5 hours to hike here, and then 3.5 probably back, and so I'd miss dinner, and I don't want to do that because I'm really hungry. We just made it back back to town just in time for dinner. If you wanted to go to the Blue Eye, you have the option of literally just driving or taking a taxi, or hiking one way, getting a taxi back like I did, or you could hike both ways, and I think that takes pretty much all day, so it wouldn't be possible for somebody who's coming into town around 10 a.m. like I am, and then dinner is at 7 p.m. I would give yourself like the entire day to hike there and back. But it was really lovely, and I'm really glad we did, and it was a great warm up to tomorrow. I'm very excited for tomorrow, and I really gotta eat well tonight for dinner because I hardly had lunch. I only had crackers, and we're waking up really early to go on the hike. But I just made it back to the guest house, so I'm gonna shower and cool down for the evening. Forgive me, I literally woke up 10 minutes ago. It's currently 5:04 a.m. and I am starting my hike. You do not have to start this early. I just chose to. A lot of people don't start until about like 8 or 9 a.m. because of course they want to have breakfast and stuff in their guest house before they start their hike, either from Valbona or to Theth. Either way, you don't have to start this early. The sun just rose. I'm a morning person. I want to beat the heat. I want to beat the crowds on the peak, which I heard gets pretty busy because people usually do start at like 8 or 9. It gets super crowded on the peak where people like cross over from both directions. And I just want to avoid all that. So I'm currently walking an extra 25 minutes to meet the girls from yesterday. Because their guest house is like on the other side, kind of near the trailhead. So I just get to wake up a little bit earlier. I have packed a coffee from this little market, a little muesli bar, and a banana. So here we go. I'm excited, and I'm excited to be starting this early because it is so quiet and so beautiful and cold. I'm wearing my pants and my jacket, which I don't think will happen later. Okay, just a few more things to note. Theth is built up quite a bit, and I see that they're doing a lot of construction, so it's definitely getting more touristy. I don't know if I should call it touristy because they are just trying to accommodate to all the hikers that want to come. It's still very much dirt roads everywhere, but there are like these like street lamp kind of things, and there are like 2 markets in the town, but it's still quite small. However, Valbona, where I'm hiking today, I heard is nothing like this. Really small, quite more remote. So I'm actually really excited to spend more time there. Another thing I wanted to mention is download Maps.me and All Trails. I already have the subscription to All Trails from hiking back home. But you do, if you want to download the map offline, you do have to buy the subscription. But there is like a 7-day trial, so you could do that and then just cancel it. But download the map offline for sure. I don't really like Maps.me, so I use All Trails, but I do have both just in case. And this hike today from All Trails says it's 9.1 miles. I'll have to translate that to kilometers, and 3,143 feet elevation gain. So that's quite high. I think we could do it. I'm excited. There's nobody out. It's just me in the wilderness. Alright, let's meet up with the girls. Okay, look here. The Theth to Valbona hike is almost 15 kilometers, about 7 hours long. It says it's moderate. I've heard it's difficult, so we'll see. So this is the start point. I'll have to pin it right here. That's the start point of the trail, and officially I'm seeing that. I was told that the trails are marked pretty well, and definitely a lot better marked than yesterday. But I'm just waiting for the girls here, and then we continue up that way, and it looks uphill right away. Let's do it. It's quite like straight uphill right away, right off the bat. I already shed my jacket. So pretty. From From the valley floor, it's about an hour and a half to here. So coming up the Theth side, it's like a very steady, slow incline the entire way to the peak. But coming up the Valbona side, you're walking along the valley floor for a while, and then it's a very fast, all at once, incline to the peak. You just gotta choose what's best for you. It's actually pretty chilly, and it's all pretty much shaded the whole way, at least as we approach like the mountaintop. So even if you were to do this in the heat of the day, I feel like it would be fine. But there's nobody out here. We haven't seen a single other hiker. So it's super peaceful. We have it all to ourselves and all these flies around us. We are just about to the top, but there is a restaurant and he's offering us coffee. And they are open. It's 7:10 now, and they are open, or at least he's opening. But still, no hikers. We've seen nobody yet. So beautiful and so peaceful. Love it out here. I love the Alpine. Hey sir, which way is Valbona? Oh good, okay. I'll go this way. We just walked into this mountain view. Stunning. On the right track again. Doing good. I think we're almost there to the mountain peak. Made it. There's the flag. Maybe this is the scary bit where you gotta hold on to the rope. It's not so scary.
Don't look down.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh my gosh. Woo! Made it to the pass. Unbelievable. Wow. You can see Theth down the mountain. Looky here. There it is. Wow, can we see Valbona? No.
Can you do like a front flip going up?
No.
Okay, yeah, good. This way.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
No,
Oh.
I can feel it now. I can feel it.
no.
Yeah, oh no, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I got it.
One more and then I'll stop.
Yeah! That was good. You got a good one out of that
Okay.
one. So it's just after 8 o'clock, so it took us 3 hours, or 3 hours from the valley floor, 3 hours from my guest house to get up to the top, and we hardly took like real breaks. Like we didn't sit down a single time until now. And let me tell you, it feels good right now to just sit and chill. Got the hat and the sunnies on, ready to go down because now the sun is up. It's getting warmer out. How do you guys feel? Woo! So from the flag marker, we just hiked a little bit up, not on the trail at all, just kind of off to the side because there's some peaks up here that you could climb. But now I could see a view of Valbona, where I'm going right now. It's definitely a lot smaller of a town. So there was like a big crowd of people that just ended up at the peak. And we were talking to a few of them. They took like a bus through the valley floor from Valbona to like the start of the trail. So they quite literally just hiked up and then they're here. So I don't think it took them that long. I think it was like a half or an hour and a half is what they said. But now there's some people at the pass. But we're gonna make our descent to Valbona, and I don't think it should take long to get down, but then I do have quite a bit of a walk to get to the guest house. And I think it's just after like 9 o'clock now, so we kind of hung out at the pass for a while because of course, like, it's such a beautiful view. You have to enjoy it. I lost my stick. I put my bag down and my stick down to take off my pants, and then I left my stick behind. Oh well. The girls have just left me. I'm officially on my own. No, it's okay, because they're actually still staying in Theth. They only wanted to really hike to the pass and then see the beautiful views and then hike back. It was just like a day hike for them, but it's a through hike for me. So I got to get down to Valbona Valley and then just straight across. But honestly, I'm feeling really good. Like, I'm feeling a-okay, and I'm really excited. Like, the nature is honestly just giving me so much energy. It's so beautiful. I love it. I think I've pretty much officially hit the valley floor. Okay, I lied. I'm not at the bottom, but I've just been going down, down, down. It's now like 10:15. I've seen lots of people starting to go up, and it's starting to get really hot. So I imagine that is really hard going up in the heat. So I'm honestly so happy that I started early. I don't think that I've ever felt this strong in my entire life. Like, I feel I've done so many other treks. I've done so many multi-day hikes, just day hikes, and I would struggle. And like, this is supposed to be a difficult hike, and I'm just having a good time. I mean, it was difficult in parts, but like, all in all, not really for me. And I'm just like really proud that I feel so much stronger. And I think that honestly, like, yoga and weightlifting a little bit at home and just like improving my cardio has really helped all that. So I'm just really proud of myself. I forgot to show you guys, but I did stop off at like a little like cafe hut thing, and they have free drinking water. So I just filled that up with the hose water basically, and he said it was fine to drink, and it was nice and cold, so that was really good. But I'm just gonna keep going down. But I just wanted to say that I feel like I need to do some more multi-day hikes or camping, hiking trips. Yeah, I feel like I need to do a lot more because I really love it, and just being totally in nature by yourself is just one of the greatest gifts ever. Just so beautiful and peaceful out here. I love it. What's cool to see is that the flag is just up on that ridge there, and then that's where we hiked up to an additional 2 peaks that you could climb to, but the flag is just there, and I've made it all the way down here so far, but still so much more to go. Let's do it. Wow. This is going to be my view for the next 2 weeks. Oh my god. This is great. I know I haven't mentioned already, but I'm hiking to Valbona because I'm going to stay in Valbona for 2 weeks, volunteering at one of the guest houses to, welcome in the hikers and stuff like that. And I get to do a lot more hikes in the area. And wow, this gets to be my view for 2 weeks. Take a look. Incredible. Just all around us. Oh. Here's the official trailhead from Theth, or to Theth, from Valbona. And this sign here is telling me I think I have 6 kilometers or an hour and a half still, I'm guessing, to get to the city like center, or like the center of Valbona. So off we go. I'm honestly feeling good, but it is starting to get really hot, and it's just kind of like walking at this point. So I might catch a hitchhike if I see one, I think it's quite early for that because I got to Valbona super early. Let's see what time it is. It's 10:43. So if I started the hike at 5 a.m. and then I hiked to the trailhead, which only took 30 minutes, and then I hiked to the peak. I stopped at the peak for an hour, and then I just got here at about 11, let's say, just 11. That's only 6 hours with an hour at the top. So only 5 hours of hiking from trailhead to trailhead. That's crazy. People were telling me like 8 or 9, and I guess if you take some time, you could do that, or if you go really slow. But yeah, I think we just made really good timing, and I really enjoyed it nonetheless. Going fast or going slow, it was really, really beautiful. Okay, still got some ways to go. Okay, not gonna lie, I kind of hit a wall. I looked at my phone, and I think that was the biggest mistake. I saw how many steps I took, I saw how many miles I've done so far, and then I was like, oh my god. And then I let it hit my brain, and now I'm physically tired, and I keep thinking about how bad my legs and my feet hurt. But I have still a ways to go. I think about 45 minutes to the guest house. I had to put in my earbuds and listen to some good vibey music because I was feeling down. There's been a few cars that have passed, and I've been tempted to stick out my thumb, but I'm wanting to challenge myself to get there all on my own. Wow, it's been a long day, but I feel good still. I feel good still. I don't know if I'm trying to convince myself of that or if I actually do, but the music is now helping, and I'm totally vibing. So we're just gonna keep the legs working and just go. But I think from here on out, it's just walking along this road. So seeing really good views of the mountains, but a lot more guest houses are coming along. Hello everybody, I think it's due for an update. I have obviously made it safe and sound to the guest house. I have actually been here for a week already. It's been the most amazing time. I'm working on doing a vlog, a day in the life vlog, showing around the guest house and around Valbona. So make sure that you watch out for this next vlog. I'm honestly just been enjoying it so much, and so I can't wait to share it with you guys. But I do have a few tips I want to share about the hike before I end the vlog. So 1, pack as light as you can. I know some people like hike with big packs and they camp and stuff. They know what they're doing. But if you're taking a day bag, or if you're leaving your things in Skoder and only hiking with things for 1 or 2 nights here in Valbona and Theth, take literally one outfit, your toothbrush, your toothpaste, 1 pair of shoes. Like literally bring nothing. A swimsuit, of course, bring a swimsuit. Most of the guest houses provide lots of food, so you don't really have to worry about that. Also, if you have a really supportive backpack, that will just make the world difference. Definitely bring a hat, sunglasses, and sunscreen. As you could tell, I got a little bit burnt today. The altitude sun just hits different, so make sure that you're cautious of that. Try to bring really good shoes. A lot of people just had like running shoes, sneakers. I saw one guy with Birkenstocks. I think that is absolutely wild. Please bring some kind of hiking boot or trail running shoe like I have, something with a lot of traction on the bottom, because there are parts of it that you have to scramble up and down, and you could twist your ankle if you don't have any good shoes. I think the last thing that I want to mention is I've talked to quite a few people now at the guest house who have hiked from Theth or have hiked the other way. I've talked to a few people on the trail. I've just talked to a lot of people about this hike, and I think the general consensus is that the hike from Valbona to Theth is a lot easier than the hike from Theth to Valbona. I did explain a little bit of that in my blog, but just because of the incline and how long you're inclining for, I think that starting in Valbona and going to Theth is just a bit easier. But if you want more of a challenge, go from Theth to Valbona. But another big thing I want to mention is if you're going to stay an extra night in Theth, also try to plan an extra night in Valbona. They are both so different. From Valbona, you could do a lot of additional hikes. I recommend looking into them. And then from Theth, you could do the hike to the Blue Eye. So if you can, please try to schedule like 1 full day in Valbona, another full day for the hike to Theth, and then another full day in Theth to enjoy Theth. And if you do that, you'll get like the full experience, and I think that will just be so much enjoyable than trying to rush through the whole hike and the whole experience. Take your time and enjoy it. But without further ado, I'm going to end this vlog so I could finish editing. Please subscribe to my channel to help me out and to follow along on my huge journey through this world. Like and comment something down below for me to chat with you guys, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.